In this video, we are going to discuss about data models in DBMS. Data models are mainly useful in order to design a database. So to design the database, we use data model. The best example for the data model is if you take the example of construction of a house. So first we have to design the plan. So that plan is called as blueprint. That plan is called as blueprint. So first we have to design the blueprint. Next, according to the blueprint, the builder will build the house. So that is nothing but what is data model? So data model will gives a complete idea about how the final system will look like after its implementation. Okay. So before actually implementing the project or before actually implementing the database, first we have to design the database, and after that it should be implemented. So we have different types of data models such as hierarchical data model. So first one is hierarchical data model. Second one is network data model. Network data model. Third one is entity relationship model. Entity relationship model. Fourth one is relational model. Relational model. Fifth one is object-based data model. Object-based data model, which can also be called as object-oriented data model. And the last one is semi-structured data model. Semi-structured data model. So hierarchical data model, network data model, entity relationship model, relational model, object-based data model, semi-structured data model. So in this video, we are going to discuss about all these data models. So first let us see about the first one. The first one is hierarchical data model. So hierarchical means it is mainly useful in order to store the information level by level. So grandparent level, parent level, child level. So it simply forms a tree structure. We know what is a tree. In a tree, the topmost node is called as root node. So root node contains some children. So again those children contain children. So likewise the process will continue. So this is the diagram here. So this is the root node. So root node children, let here we have record 1 is stored. Next record 2 is stored. Next record 1 children are record 3, record 4. Next record 2 children are record 5, record 6, record 7 likewise. So if we want to store the information level by level, so this is level 0. So this is level 0. Level 0 is nothing but grandparent level. This is level 1. So level 1 means parent level. Level 2 children level. So likewise we can store the information in n number of levels. So hierarchical means tree-structured information. So in the olden days, hierarchical data model is used. Now let us see the here hierarchical data model mainly forms one-to-many relationships. So it mainly forms one-to-many relationship. So one-to-many relationship means each node will have only one parent node and it can have many number of children. If you consider record 1 has only one parent, that is root, and it has 2 children. If you consider R2, record 2, so R2 has only one parent and it has 3 children. So it mainly forms one-to-many relationship. Now let us see the second type of data model. The second type of data model is network data model. So what is the second one? The second one is network data model. So hierarchical data model means it follows tree structure, whereas network data model means it follows graph structure. Okay. So this is the root node. And next we have one more node like this. So let it is record 1. Let it be record 2. let it be record 3, let it be record 4, let it be record 5, let it be record 6, record 6. Okay, so if we consider record 3, okay, record 3 has two parents, they are R1 and R2. Record 3 has two children, they are R5 and R6. So network data model means it follows many to many relationship. So many to many relationship. So many to many relationship means each node can have many parents and many number of children. Okay, so R3 has two parents as well as it has two children. So in the olden days we uses network data model. Network data model is an extension to the hierarchical data model. Nowadays we are not using hierarchical and network data model. Nowadays we are using relational data model. Now let us see the third one. So the third one is entity relationship model. Entity relationship model. So this can also be called as, in short, we can call it as ER model. ER model. So ER model mainly contains three things. So the first one is entity. The second one is attribute. Attributes. Third one is relationship. Relationship. So ER model mainly comprises these three things. So first one is entity. What is entity? Entity means any real world entity, any real world thing. So anything that has physical existence is called as entity. So student is an entity because student has some physical existence. So faculty is an entity, duster is an entity, this board is an entity, this marker pen is an entity. So anything that has some physical existence is called as entity. Next, what is attribute? Attributes are nothing but the properties of the entity. If we take student, so student have roll number, student have name, student have marks. So roll number, name, marks are nothing but the attributes of student entity. Okay, so properties of the entity are called as attributes. If you take employee, employee number, name and salary, so those three are the attributes of the employee entity. Next one is relationship. Relationship is mainly useful in order to connect two entities, in order to join two entities. Let us take an example of the ER diagram. Here we have two entities. Let the first entity is student. So entity is represented by rectangle symbol. Okay. Let the second entity is course. Let the second entity is course. So course is an entity. So that's why it is represented by rectangle symbol. Next, attributes are represented by ellipse or oval symbol. Okay. So what are the attributes of the student? So student will have roll number. So this is oval symbol. Student will have some name. Next, student will have some course ID. So here course ID means the course which is to be studied by the corresponding student. Okay, so that course ID. Okay, next course. So course will have course ID. Next, course will have course name. So next, these are nothing but links. So links are useful in order to join entities, attributes and relationship. So what is the relationship between student and course? Student enroll for the course. So here the relationship is represented by rhombus symbol, diamond symbol. Here the relationship is enroll. So student enrolled for the course. So this is nothing but enrolled is nothing but relationship between the student entity and the course entity. So in this way we can represent an ER model. Now let us see the next one. The next one is relational model. Fourth one is relational model. So nowadays we are using relational model only. So RDBMS, Relational Database Management System, relational model. So relational model is the popular data model. The best examples for the relational model are Microsoft SQL Server. Next we have MySQL. Next to DB2. So these are the best examples for the relational model. So relational model, here in relational model we use as relations. In relational model, relations are called as tables. Relations are called as tables. We know what is a table. Table means it contains a collection of rows and columns. Table is a collection of rows and columns. Let me have a table like this. Let the first column is roll number. Let the second column here is name. Let the third column is age. Let the next column is marks. Let roll number is 1, name is some Ramu, age is 19, marks some 90. So 2, Somu, 20, 85. So 3, Ramesh, 21. Let the percentage, let the marks is 95. So this entire table is called as relation. So this table is called as student relation. Okay. And next here, each row of a table is called as tuple. So tuple means rows of a table. This can also be called as record. So this is one tuple. This is second tuple. This is third tuple. So tuple means row. Next, the particular value is called as attribute. So attribute is nothing but the values. So roll number is an attribute, 1 is an attribute, 2 is an attribute, 3 is an attribute, name is an attribute, Ramu is an attribute, likewise. So this is about what is relational model. So in relational model mainly we uses the terminologies such as tables, that is relational, next attributes and tuples. Okay. Now let us see the next model. The next model is object-based model. Object-based model, or we can call this as object-oriented data model. Object-based data model, or we can call it as object-oriented data model. So here object, we know what is an object. Object means any real world entity, anything that has physical existence. Here the object contains data, methods and relationals. So object contains, let this is object 1, let this is object 2. So every object will have data as well as methods. So methods are useful in order to perform operations on the data. Okay. So every object will have data and methods. Let the first object is student object. So what is the data of the student object? Student will have some roll number, student will have some name, student will have some course ID. So the courses which are studied by the student. Next, methods. So what are the operations which we can perform on the student 1? Student can get the marks and student can get the attendance. So methods are nothing but the operations which are to be performed on the corresponding object. Let the second object is course. So course will have course ID. Next, course will have course name. Next, here we can perform so many operations. We can get the marks of particular student by using getMarks method. We can add the marks for a particular students using the add marks method. Here, in order to establish the relationships, we have to use the common attribute. If we consider these two objects, here the common attribute is course ID. So by using this course ID, the relationship is to be established between the objects. Here one object communicates with another object with the help of this common attribute. Okay. So here everything is data, information, data, methods, and everything is available in object only, and all the objects are communicated with each other and they will pass their messages, corresponding messages. So this is about object-based data model. And last one is semi-structured data model. And the last one is semi-structured data model. Semi-structured data model. Here semi-structured data model means some entities may have some missing attributes. And some entities may have additional attributes. Some entities may have some additional attributes. So we can remove the corresponding additional attributes, or we can add the attributes with the help of the XML technology. So here we use XML technologies in order to add additional attributes, or in order to remove the attributes which are not needed. Okay. So XML stands for extensible markup language. But the major advantage of the XML is here we can create our own tag elements and we can provide the information, as well as if we want we can remove the information. So this is about data models in DBMS. So this is about data models in DBMS.